All right, pretty simple, straightforward video. I'm just going to start from beginning to end on how to do the broadcasting booth. If you follow this video exactly, the YouTube stream will go just fine. It goes in the correct order because some things need to be done in a specific order. So just follow this to beginning to end. Obviously, you turn on the light when you get in here, go to the office when it's on, and then we are going to want to turn on this laptop, come down here, turn on the PC. And then behind here, we turn on the soundboard. Over here, we turn on this. You never need to touch this, only turn this on. This is good now. That turns this on down here. We're waiting for the PC to turn on. So while we're waiting, we're gonna press the number 4 to turn on the cameras. And we're gonna get the projector remote. We're gonna come out here. I'm only gonna turn on one for now, but during the sermon and when you're setting things up, you're gonna wanna turn both on. So you point the remote at the screen, turn it on, and you'll see a green line up on the projector. That turns those on. You come back over here. And I hadn't mentioned it, but you can turn on the lights whenever you want to turn the lights on. You turn them all on except for this one. This one is the same as the one outside. Now that it's set for 4 and we've turned on the projector, we come back in here, we put the remote down, we grab this remote, we go out here, and now the camera is on the screen. So in order to change the camera, you have to stand a little further forward. If you're too far back, this doesn't work. And you point the remote at that camera there, and then you start adjusting the camera to however you feel looks the most appropriate. And it can be a little finicky sometimes, but it's a little dark, so it's hard to see the podium, but it's right there, and you will just match it up to however you think looks rather even. I try to get it to look even either side, and I try not to let the plants inside the frame of the camera. Once that is set up, you'll come back in here, you'll set it to podium for now. And now we are switching to the computer. You will just close any pop-ups that come up. You will hit this button and then this button. So for Chrome, we're going to want to go to Gmail and YouTube. On YouTube, you're going to want to click Create, Go Live, and you're going to let this screen load. Now that it's loaded, you can edit the title to whatever you want, in the description to put the date, and then just let this sit here. Once this has loaded, you can then go to here and press Start Streaming. This screen is whatever you set it to when you walk away. It shares the same screen as the projector, but it is whatever you set it to on this numpad here. Right? You cannot press Start Streaming if you have not let this page load. If you press Start Streaming before you let this YouTube page load, it won't start the stream because it can't find it. This has to be open first. That is the most important part of what has to be in a specific order. After you've gotten this streaming, you will press share, you'll copy the link here, and then you can just compose the email, email it to yourself, and then copy the linked message to KakaoTalk. I generally like to just write, hello, here is the sermon link, and then a link underneath that, just to be generally friendly to people. So you have that there. Other things to take note of, separate mouse, separate computer here. You will open up like your hymns on here. And the only other important fact is to make sure that YouTube has audio. So obviously, if you press these right here, you're turning on the pastor's mic right here and here. But YouTube will not hear anything because you didn't press these two buttons here. So anytime you turn on a mic, you have to turn on this button up here and this one down here at the same time. You see the difference? This one is down, this one is up. If it is up, YouTube hears nothing. If it is down, YouTube can hear this audio. They have to be pressed together. They don't necessarily have to be pressed at the same exact time, but they do have to be both pressed. One for us to hear it, one for YouTube to hear it. So if you were giving announcements, you would turn on, if you were singing the hymn, you would hit stage right on and number 6 on. And you're probably asking, why don't we leave all of them on? Because the more mics that are turned on at the same time, if it's whether it's YouTube or in the outside, the more audio feedback will come back. After watching a lot of the YouTube streams back, I've covered and cleared a lot of just unnecessary feedback noise by leaving these all off. We used to leave them all on, and that used to leave a lot of feedback. So now you have to turn them on and off when they're not in use. Especially to these two side ones, in real life, if they're both on, will start to talk to each other and make a lot of noise. So you can't really leave stage right and stage left on at the same time. And whether or not you know it, choir works as well. So when choir is singing, make sure to turn on choir. Some people have said that they don't think it works. Trust me, it does. This one here, floor box, is the podium in the center stage. And this one here is the office computer. That should be everything you need to know. So have a good day.